Great song by the Beatles, of course, from back in the day. And if you just tuned in, very warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone. It's Friday, of course, week number 4, end of week number 4 in our unusual world of lockdown. And how are you doing? Are you maintaining? I'm sure it's going to be a tough one for sure. There's no two ways about that. I don't think there's anybody that's been sort of left untouched by this really sad state of affairs that we kind of find ourselves in right now. And of course, we need to stand up and really put our hands together and applaud so many people who have achieved so many amazing things, and not only achieved amazing things, they have sacrificed big time for the benefit of people like you and me who are stuck in our houses and basically, trying to survive without getting caught, without catching this virus. And of course, the message is always, as listen to whatever's your government is telling you to do. It's the right thing to do. They've got their finger on the pulse of what's going down, and they know what's best for us all to keep us safe. And then that is their job. That's why we voted for these guys. And I need to, pay tribute to Boris Johnson, who's one of my heroes. And honestly, he's just, him and his team of merry men have been outstanding and completely unbelievable in their way that they have approached this whole thing. If we talk about a pandemic, it's completely insane the way that it's just so massively huge. And, the requirements and the infrastructure that need to be put in place at the drop of a hat was extraordinary. When you sit and you watch and you just think about how many people had to put together, all of the infrastructure that's involved in building a hospital in the middle of London. Okay, so you've got the building, that's it, that's all you've got, and the building has, of course, the basic things that you need: toilets, running water, electricity, all that sort of stuff. But when you think about it, you need 4,000 beds, and for every bed you need oxygen, you need services. You've got to have service, electricity, you've got to have emergency buttons, you've got to have so many things. Gas, oxygen's got to be piped right through this huge place. And for those of you that have never been to the XL in London, it's a massive place. It's huge. It's normally used for shows and things like that. And I filmed Steve Vai and the XL guitar show at the guitar show many years ago at the XL with my good friend Pete Caldwell and Mr. Adam Mann, the absolute legend TV producer, and many other people who were there at the time. And the XL, if it's just, it takes you like from the time you come out the railway station, like this quite next door to it, you walk up the back and then you head on down past a couple of shops and stuff, and you hit a left turn and you into the XL, and then to walk to the other side will take you at least 10 minutes, 5-10 minute walk all the way down the passage and that. So it's that big. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Now, if you think about what you've got to do to put in place to get 4,000 beds in there and all that. So they've got to clear out everything first, of course, and then allow you. Now, there's lots of restaurants and places that are permanently there. Starbucks is there. All the usuals. People are in that facility already. They're already there, and but there are lots of big halls that are used for conferences and things like that. So a big Microsoft Inspire conference was held there a little while ago, which we went to, and little did we know that place would soon become a hospital for people who are in desperate need of care to keep them alive. It's just mind blowing. You know, that wasn't like a month ago, 2 months ago maybe, and now we here we are locked down, and you know, that facility is up and running, and there are people in that facility there who are desperately hanging on to life and trying to get well, and there are our heroes of the NHS and the volunteers and the people that all, you know, contribute to maintaining these places, hanging in there and helping and doing stuff. You know, it's just phenomenal. So we really need to pay tribute to not only the people of the NHS, but everybody else, the people in the police services, you know, the Metro Police, the fire department, you know, the ambulance drivers, all these people, and the people that work, and you know, the garbage collectors, the guys that come and take out the trash, and the guys that put their lives in danger because they're picking up our junk every single day and taking it somewhere and disposing of it. You know, we don't really appreciate the true enormity of the whole scale of things. It's just mind blowing. If you've ever been to London and been on the tube and seen how many thousands of people travel to work every single day, not hundreds, thousands. I'm taking one trainload of people. It's like 1,000 people, you know, going into London onto 12 coaches, and every coach has got 100 people on it. You know, 80, maybe 100 people, 80, 100 people when it's packed. And, you know, that's one train. And there are trains every 5-10 minutes coming into Waterloo. So there are a lot of people that travel to London, and these people all go to jobs there. That's all come to a grinding halt. You know, it's just blows your mind when you think about what's happened to this world, you know, how things have just all of a sudden changed. And so all of that money that people have spent on tickets that would normally spend on train tickets, you know, that would normally cost me, what, 85, 90 pounds to get from Winchester to London, is no longer there for the train people, you know, for Southwestern Railways. That income is gone, you know. And what about all of these people that have bought season tickets for the entire year? They've paid for their tickets and they're not using them. They can't use them. But the tickets are already paid for. So are they going to get refunded? Hey, nobody's really asked the question. Probably not. But who knows, you know. At right now, everybody's just focused on staying alive. That's what it is. It's, you know, staying alive. Staying inside, staying home, staying strong, keeping fit, keeping moving, you know, these kind of things. When you don't sit at home and vegetate in front of the TV and drink yourself into oblivion, smoke cigarettes, and just, that's not what it's about, man. You know, when you're at home in this kind of environment, you need to stay strong. You need to stay fit. You need to do exercise. You need to go for a walk at least once a day. You need to take your dog for a walk. You know, you need to get out and into the fresh air, even if it's just downstairs. If you're living in a block of flats, go downstairs, go out into the street, walk around the block, do something. But get out the flat at least once a day and go upstairs. You know, we're lucky enough. We have a little garden at the back of our place, and we've been here for, I don't know, 12 years now, and you know, we're very blessed to have been in this kind of situation. You know, lots of people in the area that we live all have gardens, and but people in London, in Canary Wharf and places like that, there's no flats. You know, they live in flats. There's no garden. You know, and sometimes it's a blessing when all things are good. You know, because you can go out and there's a restaurant right there, the river's right there. It's beautiful. It's lovely, absolutely stunning. But if you've got to be locked into a little box day in and day out and not allowed to go out, then it's like a prison. And that's really where we are right now. So sorry about all the talking. I'm talking a hell of a lot, but I really want to just pour out my blessings and upon these people who are just delivering for us day in and day out, and are just absolute rock stars. You know, there's no other way of putting it. And so tonight's show, I'm going to dedicate to all of those people that are the ones that we need to glorify, the ones that we need to say thank you for. You know, thank you for looking after us. Thank you for being there at the hospital when we get there and we can't breathe. Thank you for putting the oxygen on my face and keeping me alive. Thank you for standing next to Boris Johnson for 48 hours and thank you for sleeping on a mat on the floor in the hospital because you are so exhausted. Thank you for all of that. I think you're just one hell of a person to be able to do that, and I really do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart personally, whoever you are. Thank you for collecting my rubbish in the daytime. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for keeping me safe, Mr. Policeman. Thank you for keeping us all safe. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Army, the MOD. These guys are out there. They're also putting their lives at risk, helping with preserve things and helping keep order and all that sort of stuff. I've been there. I was a policeman for many years, and it's risky. It's a risky job to be in, and I really do appreciate that. And so from myself and my family, I would like to spend tonight just thinking about the beautiful people of England who are so strong, and the UK in its entirety, for actually being so strong and for being so resilient and for just being so upstanding and adhering to what we've been asked to do. It's going to be a night of guitars. It's going to be a night of seriously cool rock and roll. And there are 10 words that I would like to express to you, to express my gratitude, not only to you, but to all those wonderful people in the world who love guitar, and especially coming from myself and my good friend, Mr. Joe Satriani. This is 10 words, and I hope that you will enjoy what is to follow. And it should follow, like shortly. Right. So Mr. Satriani doesn't want to play for us tonight. This is Jeff Beck. The joys of live radio, man. The joys of live radio. Isn't he amazing? The amazing Mr. Jeffrey Beck.
Backdoor pipeline, the most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white water's chasing you. You're close to the things men rate great.
Now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it. Rock on, dude.
One of my favorite guitar players of all time, Mr. Mark Knopfler. The Sultans.
Get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you
the most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white water's chasing you. You're close to the things men rate great.
And now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not?
Sorry, man.
Yes,
Too
well,
much bass.
it's here.
Got
So
that bass.
get on with it. Rock on, dude.
Okay, it's that time of the night. It is, of course, the big rock-off rock show. This is Eddie Van Halen. Take it away, George. Got some cool tunes coming your way a bit later on. Supplied to us by the legend who is, of course, Mr. Glenn Adams, hanging out on the YouTube. Ha ha! You should get some light in there. Let's see what it's like. That's a bit better. Oh yes, if you just tuned in, it's time for the live section of the show. And it's for all those dizzy dancers. And all those that like to jump. Hey, Friday night, Durban Rock Radio, of course it is. The Big Rock Show, Mike de Jager. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. My once a week glass of wine. Such a cool tune, man. Such a cool album. go. Oh yeah, it's time for some serious rock and roll. This is Gary Moore. The Argonaut. I love that. I love that. Okay. So I'm gonna put the radio on here. So now that we're live, I want to turn this on. And then we're going to do a live on Instagram.
I remember Paris, 49, Champs-Élysées, Saint-Michel and Old Beaujolais wine. I recall that you were mine. Those Parisian days. Looking back at the photographs, those summer days spent outside cold. Ooh, I could write you paragraphs about my recent days.
find that our good friends at Microsoft are doing, download updates and stuff like that. Oh, I know what it was. Woohoo! There we go. Truly remarkable guitar player. One of my favorite songs of all time. One that brings back many, many great memories of our times playing in bands and pubs and clubs all over South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gary Moore. The late great. Rest in peace, Gary Moore. That was Parisian Walkways.
Backdoor pipeline, the most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white water's chasing you. You're close to the things men rate great.
Now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it.
There's one guitar player in the world that's not from this planet. No, he's not Joe Satriani. He is Steve Vai. His guitar playing is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Joe's in the same bracket, of course. But this guy... So how's your week been? Been good? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Do I want to go to Camp Festival? No, thanks. Listen, here's a solo. Listen to this. Oh, we're going to do lots of this tonight. Lots of this. Take it away, Dwight. Timo Tex. Let's find some Timo, man. Isn't he just amazing? Backdoor pipeline.
Most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white water's chasing you. You're close to the things men rate great.
Now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it. Rock on, dude.
This is my good friend Timo Tex. He's an amazing guitar player from Russia. Sorry, Finland. And this one's called Elkasin Unalola. Nice little song. 2 in a row from Timo. This one's called Luna. So if you just joined in, warm welcome to you. If you aren't hanging out on YouTube, you can probably hear me. Small glass of wine, just to celebrate, because it's Friday and we're still alive. Tunes, man. Cool tunes. It's all happening on YouTube, bro. Let's see if I can see what's going on YouTube. Oh, yeah. If you just tuned in, it's Michael de Jager on That Show, the Big Rock Show, coming to you all the way from your favorite radio, Durban Rock Radio. This is some rock and roll by the lads of Led Zeppelin. Dude, this is proper rock and roll. Rock and roll. Hey, brazo. I should have been a drummer, man. Yeah, mine too, bro. I promise you. Love these guys. Gotta play some Zip at least once during the night, haven't you? You can't just go without it. Put some more light on the subject here, bro. It's getting dark outside, man. Yes, I can see what I'm doing here. Hey! Okay, so got some news. We're back in the studio and we're recording. So, and there's a young lady that's going to record on the album, and also a good friend of mine. His name is Simon Leese. Going to be on the album too, man. Yeah. How's Mr. Bonham? Killing it, man. Killing it. I must play you a song with his son playing on it. It's called California something. California Breed. Let's see if I can get it there in time. Maybe I could have been lucky.
Backdoor pipeline, the most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white water's chasing you.
Cool.
You're close to the things men rate great.
So talking about great drummers, John Bonham, just from Led Zeppelin. This is his son. Sorry, John Bonham, yes. And this is his band California Breed with a cool Midnight Oil. Cool band too. cool is this, man?
Now, stand by Durban,
Whoa,
East
this is
London,
just amazing.
Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and
Love it.
all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
Yeah.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
Okay, just something a little bit light-hearted for you on this wonderful Friday night.
Backdoor pipeline, the most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white waters chasing you.
Now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
Hey, if you just tuned in, it's a very warm welcome to you on this wonderful Friday night. Glass of wine in the left hand, some rock and roll in the right hand, and a big smile on your face, man. Because this is Thin Lizzy. And we're out in the fields, dude. You ready?
It doesn't matter if you're wrong
Or if you're right.
It makes no difference if you're black or if you're white. All men are equal till the victory is won. No color or religion ever stop the bullet from the gun. In the fields, the fighting has begun. On the streets, they're falling one by one. On the skies, a thousand more will die each day. Death is just a heartbeat It doesn't matter if you're left or to the right. Don't try to hide behind the cause for which you fight. There'll be no prisoners taken when the day is done. No flag, no uniform ever stop the bullet.
Oh, something's arrived here. Something's arrived.
The fighting has begun. On the streets, they're falling one by one.
Mongoose SRM. That's interesting. Whoa, look what's coming. Mr. Adams is on the case tonight, man. Whoa, thank you, mate. I've got Glenn's got his own proper little filing cabinet here in my file system. It says from Glenn. If I can find it. There we go. From Glenn Adams. And then I make a special folder for the month. So what's the date today? 17th, huh? 17th. Or the 4th, 2020.
They are falling one by one. No flag has ever stopped a bullet.
Oh my God. Okay, let's just do this. Add files.
sexy rock radio station you've always wanted
Rocking tonight,
is
man.
here.
Rocking
With your
tonight.
host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It's a little song that I worked on with a guy called Al Atkins. And he was, of course, the founder, member of Judas Priest back in the day. And this song was massive for Judas Priest. But this is my good friend, Simon Lees.
Such a sad situation. All my life has been one long temptation. Hell's rebel, hell by vengeance. They see one day that I will pay the penance. Someone said, dark of the day, our mountains couldn't stand in my way. No tears fell, but gotta tell it's been a one long nightmare ticket to hell. From the cradle to the grave, through all hell and high water. And this challenge that I crave is to free me from this fear. Much longer, mission stronger. No break, no sense in this hunger. Twisted mind, one of a kind. Thoughtless, restless, beating blood. From the cradle to the grave, through all hell and high water. And this challenge that I crave is to free me from this fear.
This guitar solo, man. Mickey Hales on the drums.
Message longer, mission stronger. No break, no sense in this hunger. Twisted mind, one of a kind. Thoughtless, restless, speeding blind. From the cradle to the grave, through all hell and high water. And this challenge that I crave is to free me from this. Is to free me from this. Is to free me from this.
This was such an amazing session that we had at Mad Hat Studios in Wolverhampton. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I filmed the whole thing from all the different takes, produced the video. Simon was on fire that night, man. Simon Lees was absolutely rocking that night. We recorded this album at Mad Hat Studios in Wolverhampton. Oh, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Al Atkins, a legend.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Yes. All right, time for some blues. With the king of blues, Mr. Joe Bonamassa. And the lady with a voice from heaven, man. Her name is Beth Hart. I love you more than you'll ever know.
If I ever leave you, baby.
Just Gives me goosebumps listening to this woman sing.
That I told you so.
Oh God, incredible.
And if I ever hurt you, you know I hurt myself as well. Now is there any way for a woman to carry on? Do you think I want my love gone? Said I love you more than you'll ever know. Than you ever know. When I wasn't making much money, you know where my paycheck went. You know I brought it all home to you, baby, and I never
Hey, Ali.
spent a red cent. Now is that any way for a woman to carry on? Do you think I want my love gone? Said I love you more than you ever know. Than you ever know. I'm not trying to be just any kind of woman. No, I ain't. I'm just trying to be somebody you can love, trust, and understand. I know that I could be a part of you that no one else can see. Yeah. But I got to hear you say, I got to hear you say, it's alright, it's alright, alright. I'm only flesh and blood, but I could be anything that you demand. I could be queen of everything, or just a tiny blessing. Now is that any way for a woman to carry on? Do you think that I want my love gone? Said I love you
Said I love you.
more than you ever know.
More than you Thank you, mate. Thank you, Glenn.
Said I love
You're
you.
a legend, brother. Thank you.
I love you.
I must say, chaps, I'm looking on the chat here on YouTube, and it's so cool to have everybody back, man. Good to hear from you guys. Glad to see that you're all okay, man. You know, we're all okay. We're all in this together, man. We're gonna get out of it somewhere. Don't worry about it. We'll be good. We'll be good. As Captain Tom always said, tomorrow will be a better day. Listen to this man play the guitar. Play it, Joe. Play it, man. Play that guitar. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, we're going to do a live thing on Instagram. Oh, this is insane. Oh yes, the amazing blues titan himself, Mr. Joe Bonamassa. And that lady was such a beautiful voice. And an insane passion. Bethany Hart. Beth Hart, what a lady. Okay, gonna take you up now, take you up. Some seriously cool guitar rock and roll. This is the Michael Schenker Group. Yes, we're only on YouTube now. I don't do the Facebook thing anymore now. Sorry. It's a shame because it was nice when you could play music on Facebook, you know. But if you can't play music, there's no point. So, there we go. Instagram, here we come. Welcome to Durban Rock Radio. The Big Rock Show. Thought we'd pop in and say hello. So we are on Durban Rock Radio. Okay, so we're live on Instagram right now. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but let's put this thing over here somewhere. There we go. So how you guys doing on Instagram? Instagram. Hey, never done anything on Instagram before. So we're gonna just raise a glass here. Say, cheers, cheers, chaps. Welcome to the show. It's Durban Rock Radio and the Big Rock Show. So yes, what did you think? You think I was gonna show you some exercises? Not tonight, brother. Not tonight. That I'll leave for Energy Fitness. And my good friend Danny, who's just joined us. How's it, Danny? Hey, bro. Yeah, we're clumping it tonight, man. Clumping it out. And I'll just put this thing somewhere here where I can see it. That's better. So, yes. We're playing a bit of cool vibes. And if you got a song that you'd like to shut up. So if you're tuning in, and of course we're live on YouTube as well. So I agree, YouTube is cool. YouTube is 100%. Thanks, bro. So I'm talking to people on YouTube as well as people I'm talking to on Instagram, and we are playing some cool tunes. It's locked down, so there's no fancy studio. We're working from home. It's Gracie Miles. Hello, Gracie. Good to have you on. Good to have you on Instagram. Never done a live thing on Instagram before, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. And I'm sneaking a little glass of wine here. Don't tell Danny. I'm joking. I'm allowed because I'm allowed one free meal. So somebody on Instagram, if you play mainstream vibes, they kick you off. Oh, right, okay. Okay, so there's a good chance we could get kicked off. What's happening here? All right, okay. Okay, so if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Durban Rock Radio on Instagram with our good friend Gracie Miles, and doing the quiz with the family. Oh, nice one. And playing some nice tunes from some good friends of mine. And a very good friend of mine who's a great guitar player from Finland. You're allowed, boss. Shot. Enjoy. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, so tonight we're playing some cool tunes, and if you can hear it in the background, that's lovely. So I'll just crank it up for a second. So this song that's playing right now is a friend of mine from Finland who's very close to Russia, who lives in Finland and is very close. His name is Timo Tex, and this song is called Awesome Views. It's a guitar instrumental. I'm an amazing guitar player. And I hope you enjoy it. It's really, really nice. I must admit, I've missed playing this kind of music on a Friday night. We used to do it every Friday night, just get together, a whole group of us, and people sing songs in, and we play. We make music, and we make each other happy. You know what I mean? Just lift your spirits a bit. We work so hard during the week. We train hard. We work hard, we play hard, we're strict with what we do, we're serious about what we do, we don't take crap from anybody, and that's the business that we're in. So let's play some cool rock and roll. Nice song, Timo. So Timo's hanging out on YouTube. So on YouTube there's a little bit of a chat thing as well, which is quite nice. So you can mix and match. So we're going to play some local stuff as well. So we're going to... I can't talk on my phone anymore, unfortunately, because it's tied up with Instagram. But, those who, if you want to make a request or anything like that, send me an email. And I'll just put my email address here. So the email is Mike at gtvmusic.com. Cool. Alright? So if you've got any songs you want to send me on MP3, then I'll happily play them for you. So where can I put this thing that doesn't fall over and break my nose? So try here. There we go, that's better. Please Please stay there and don't fall over. That's cool. Cool, that's better. So I can at least see what's going on here on this machine here, because this machine is the most important. Yeah, so Timo, what's Timo say? In last autumn, in here at Nurms in Finland, there was a festival called Drive In and Rock. Old style big movie screen and watch movie at your car. Right, how cool. There was a Matchbox and some else old school 50 rock bands playing. It must have been amazing. I would have loved to have seen that, man. So Timo, the song that you're listening to now is played by a guy called Timo Tex, Mark Tippinen, and he's from Finland. Great guitar player, amazing guitar player, and he's just telling me about some things that they do in Finland. You know, they go out and they. Do you remember the old drive-in theaters that you used to have back in the 60s and 50s? You could drive your car in, hook a little speaker through the window, put it on, and listen to the movie soundtrack here, and watch the movie on a big screen. Well, they got something similar in Finland. Of course, during the winter time, probably not, but because it gets flipping cold in that part of the world, and lots of snow. Eskimos. But there we go. So it's lovely to have you on Instagram. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. So to Gracie and Samuel, who's joined us as well. That's very nice of you. Yep. So when I said lots of snow, there's lots of snow. You can ask Timo. Guaranteed. Plenty snow. So I'm allowed a small little glass of wine on a Friday night just to relax. Whew, it's been a tough one this week. Okay, let's save this song. So I've got to go on the radio now. There you go. Cool tune by my good friend, Mr. Timo Tex. If you just tuned in, it is, of course, Michael de Jager, the Big Rock Show on Durban Rock Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lift your spirits, get you ready for the weekend. To go nowhere, stay at home. This is Larry Carlton, and my favorite song of his called Nightcrawler. Now you can see me. Hey! And we can hear some tunes in the background. It's just quite cool. So hopefully it's not too bad, so that the fellas at Instagram won't sort of cut me down dead, which would be very nice. And then we can have a nice chat on Instagram, and we can also have a chat on YouTube, which everybody's hanging out on these days, which is quite cool. So we're playing some mellow vibes right now. We've had our serious rock and roll bit, and now we're just chill out a little bit. Maybe play some more blues, because my good friend Yapos has arrived, Mr. Fosco. Hey, bro. I just listened to that woman, Beth Hart, sing. Oh my God, what a voice she's got. Play some more Bon Jovi. Play some Bon Jovi. Hey! Luke, I think you read my mind, pal. Because the very next track has got to be something of a legendary album. But you know what? I think I'm going to play something slightly different. The thing is, if I play some Bon Jovi, then Instagram are going to shut me down. Ha ha ha. They will indeed. No brie rolls. Hey, brie. I'm just talking to the guys on YouTube. They're asking me, why is there no brie rolls tonight? For those of you who don't know, boerewors is a South African sausage. It's full of fat, but it tastes absolutely mwah. So they say, where's no brie rolls? Brie. I have been on a serious diet this week. I've been training hard. I've been strict with the diet. And I lost a kg this week. 1 kilogram gone, poof, in its murin. And that's because I had no buri this week. Last weekend, 4 beers, half a kg of meat. Oh my God. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. Sent me right up. I'm trying to get down to about 90, 95, you know what I mean? 95, be lucky. If I can get to 95, I'll be happy. I can lose this gut that keeps, hanging around the middle. It's a bit hard to do when you're 62, but or 61 or whatever. Anyway, what are we doing? We are playing something nice for my good friend Luki Allen in South Africa. He's talking to me right now. So we've got to play some Bon Jovi. What should we play? I love this. I love this bass. Dip, dip. Listen to that. Isn't that just so cool? That is so cool, man. It's like this next song. And in case you don't know, this guitarist, Larry Carlton, who's playing right now, he plays what is known as a Gibson 335. It's a beautiful jazz guitar, but he's got such a cool tone. He's always based his solos on sax players, and saxophone solos. So you can imagine a saxophone player playing that. That's how he bases his whole style is based on replicating a sax player, what a sax player would do, but doing it on a guitar. Try a chicken burra. Ooh, haven't tried that before. Here we go. You ready? Are you ready? So we just tuned in. Warm welcome to you. We had a request for this one. So this is a little bit of what most people call mellow rock and roll. Why not? This is Bon Jovi. And it's always.
This Romeo's bleeding. You can't see his blood. It's nothing but some feelings that this old dog guitar. I've been waiting since you left me. Now I'm drowning in the flood.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I've always been a fighter, but without you, I give up. Now I can't sing a love song like the way it's meant to be.
So what are we doing?
We love you, baby.
So this is quite nice, this Instagram, because you can put funny faces on. Ooh. That's bad. Oh, I like that. That's quite cool. Just stop messing around, sorry. So Yap's here too. Hey, how's it, Yap? Anyway, so what were we saying?
Now the pictures that you left behind are just memories of a different life. Something made us laugh, something made us cry, one that made you have to say goodbye. What I give to run my fingers through your hair,
How's it,
to
bro?
lips, to hold you near when you say your prayers. Try to understand, I've made mistakes, I'm just a man. When he holds you close, when he pulls you near, when he says the words you've been needing to hear, I wish
feels so strange not seeing your friends for months, weeks on end. Feel like I haven't seen you for 4 weeks. It's probably about that, eh? Especially because we're all locked down. Oh man, what can I do? We'll have a sip of wine. Stay healthy, stay fit, stay home. There you go. So we could have like a quiz here. You know the last thing about Glenn. I don't think I've got it yet, but I'm just trying to think. I tell you what, that was such an amazing year or decade of music when Bon Jovi brought
The
out that
sexy
album.
rock radio
Amazing.
station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Okay, it's time for some blues. Are you ready for some blues? I mean some blues. Proper blues. This is Walter Trout. I never forget seeing this night, man. This night was amazing. This little smoky pub in the middle of the West Midlands. Me and my mate went to watch this guy. Incredible.
There's a red house over there.
Yeah.
I believe that's where my baby stays. There's a red house over yonder. I believe that's where my baby stays.
Let's see if I've got something here.
I've seen my baby.
Oh my God. got something there. We got something.
99 and one half days.
99 and one
Y'all
half
remember
days.
Mr. Jimi Hendrix?
Oh yeah.
He wrote this one.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, something wrong. Oh, Bucky won't unlock the door. I believe there's something wrong, babe. My key won't unlock the door.
My key won't unlock the
And I
door.
don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit.
I got a bad feeling. Oh, my sweet little baby don't love me no more.
My sweet little baby
Think
don't
you
love
left me
me.
here.
Oh yeah.
It's no good.
Dog. Oh yes, listen to that, man. Listen to that guitar. Okay, so we're gonna try something a bit different here. Oh, it's so cool, man. It's so cool. Oh, what we got down there? Something has arrived. I've just seen it in the corner of me beating it. Oh, okay, I gotta add another song here from our mate Glenn. Add a filly. We're gonna add a filly here. Woo! If anybody understands what he's talking about, I don't, no idea. just goes into his own little world, you know. He's one of these guys, man. He just plays. Disappears onto his own planet and plays like his life depended on it. Right, something else has arrived. I can see Mr. Glenn Adams on the case. He's on that case. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's arrived? Yes. There it is. Woo! Peter Frampton's old band. Amazing. So a bit of that, and a bit of that. Oh yeah, man! I know we're gonna make somebody very happy tonight. So the YouTube is quite a way behind what's actually going down right now. Okay, let's go back to Fine Glen. There we go. Add files. So we got a bit of that and a bit of that. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, one of the greatest blues legends of our time, Mr. Walter Trout.
Thank you, Denmark.
What a legend he is.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
All right, this one especially for my good friends in South Africa.
Sense no danger at all. No point in hanging around anymore. Start turning your back on me. Stop loving me now. Fear burns in my restless heart. I'll be there for you if you want me to. I'll be there for you.
Hey, Kenor. From Singapore. Hello, mate. How are you? Hey! Good to have you on the show, man. Good to have you on the show. I'm so glad to hear that you're safe. Bravo, bravo. Fantastic. All the way from Singapore, probably about 3 o'clock in the morning there now, right? 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Bless you, man. Bless you. 4 a.m. Wow. That's early, man. Happy Saturday. Okay. Cool band from South Africa call themselves Mean Mr.
Stand by
Mustard.
Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
Don't you just feel like a bit of a prisoner? Okay, so it's time for the blues titan himself. Mr. Joe Bonamassa playing some slow blues for us. This is Prisoner. And then we'll take on a little bit more from Mr. How are you for time? Hey, so, hey, busy night, man. People are popping in from all over the place. It's just fantastic. Thank you so much. The funny thing about what we do here, man, it's like just so separate from everybody else. And you know, for a while it's okay, but after a while it gets a bit much, you know. So it's nice to be able to socialize a little bit, and do something different, rather than sitting on our phones all day, right? All day, all night. Or on the laptop doing the job. Can you just imagine what life would be like if we didn't have the internet? Can you imagine what it would be like? I think there'd be a lot more dead people tonight if we didn't have the internet. It's horrible to say, but it's the truth. So, to all those people that gave us the technology, you saved the world. You saved the world. Because without the technology, we'd all have to go to work. We'd have to travel on the tube and go and sit and work in an office, wouldn't we? You would have no option. Yes, absolutely. It has its good things and it has its bad things. The good thing is we can work from home and we can stay separate from the human race and protect ourselves. The bad thing is there are criminals that can have a go at people that are using the internet. You know what I mean? But it's our job to protect those people, and that's what I do. So it's funny, I was spending my day today testing securities for a certain company, and it's becoming more and more, let's just say, one of those have-to-haves in your business, right? Security, man. You've got to have proper security. All about permissions. Who can see what? Who can't see what? Got to protect your business big time. Because I hear today that we're like heading down towards a depression, the likes of which haven't been seen in the last 300 years. So, if the powers that be are telling us that now, make preparations, my brothers and sisters. Make preparations. So all the people that have been like, keeping their skill level at that level and not improving themselves, not studying harder, not learning more stuff, not diversifying, and just sticking with the one thing. I feel sorry for those guys, man. So it's really hard. It's really hard. It's going to be hard. Get even harder. Even as an old guy, you need to keep learning, man. You need to keep studying. You need to keep training. You need to keep going for it. Hey, that's interesting word. Digitizing all pictures and 8mm film. Wow. You see, that's a skill that people learn that are very hard to duplicate, you know. And if you have that skill set, that's not a common thing, you know, that not everybody can do. The funny thing is, I've learned in my life, the funny thing I've learned is that to be that little bit better than your competition doesn't take a huge amount of effort. It takes just a little bit. Just a little bit. It may feel like a huge amount of effort, but you know, you have a skill set of doing X, and if you go and do a course, which you'll spend 2 weeks studying and doing 8-12 hours, whatever it is, and get a certificate. It just takes you to the next level, just that little bit more. And what you learn in those 2 weeks, you won't know how to use in the next 2 weeks. You'll know how to use them in 6 months or a year's time, and that's when the benefit comes. He is an absolute legend, is he not? Mr. Joe Bonamassa. I interviewed Joe Bonamassa at Planet Rock a good couple of years ago, and he was amazing then, and he's still amazing. This is Zach Wild. Special thanks to Glenn Adams for sending this one. This is the farewell ballad. Oh yes, Glenn, my man, you got great taste. Woohoo! So, I want to tell you guys, I was searching through my garage, you know, because we were on lockdown. We had like 4 days. So my garden has never looked so amazing. In the 10 years that we've lived in this house, or 12 years, the garden at home has never looked so amazing. So my wife's been out there with flower pots and flowers and, oh my God, looks amazing. My garage is spotless. Everything is in the right place. Everything is nice and neat and tidy. I mean, what do? You can't go to the gym. You can train at home, but then you save about at least an hour of traveling time to the gym and back, right? You time yourself to the gym, and it takes you at least half an hour. So 20 minutes in the car, then you park your car and you get out and you go in the lift and go to the top and you're in the change room and you do all that stuff. By the time you actually get onto the gym floor, it's taking you half an hour from the time you left home till the time you start training. So you save 1 hour there.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
So one of my most influential guitar players in my life has been this guy, Mr. Joe Satriani. In 1987, I was writing songs, instrumental rock songs, and so was Joe. But his were a bit better than mine. And he's a great guitar player, isn't he not? Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. I think we should try and do guitar isolation. Wow. That's so cool. Okay, so I'll admit I've been doing a course on drumming. It's funny though, you know, when I was young and playing in bands and stuff, the bands would come around to my house in Durban, and we'd practice in the garage where we park the car, take the car out, put all the stuff in. But when you finish practicing at 10, 11 o'clock at night, the drummer was too tired to take his drum kit, so he said, "Can I leave it here till the weekend, and then I'll come fetch it, or we have a rehearsal again?" Yeah, I'll leave it here. So I'd go to school and come home and go straight down into the garage. And those days we had record players, right? Put the record on. I used to have a record player right here, and the drum kit was right here, and my mom's hi-fi set with the speakers close to my ears. And I used to play the Doobie Brothers. Remember the Doobie Brothers? What were vices? And vices and habits, or something like that. I'll play some of the songs, and I used to play drums. Well, I started learning how to play drums to the Doobie Brothers. So we're talking about the Doobie Brothers. Let's see what we got. I'll play you some classic Doobie Brothers in a minute. But because I really wanted to be a drummer when I first started listening to records, I used to play with knitting needles and stuff with but my late old dad, bless him, he said, "There's no ways you're going to be bashing drums in my house. I'm not going to listen to that racket. Here's the guitar." Thanks, Dad. Lovely. Okay. So there we go. I've been reading a book lately. It's a book by a guy called Daniel Priestley. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a great guy. I've read a lot of his books, and humble pie. That sounds like a good idea. And honestly, there's this one book. It's called Oversubscribed. Highly recommended. If you ever get a chance to find the book or the audio book, oversubscribe. There's a new version. All right, a little talk. So, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Friday night is Durban Rock Radio. We're rocking here with Joe Satriani. I'd like to just send a warm welcome to my friends on YouTube, on Guitarist TV. So we are streaming the show live. And right now, we're going to play you some Humble Pie. A very cool tune called Shine On. This is a song by Peter Frampton, man. I think Peter Frampton played for Humble Pie, didn't he? Yes. Excuse me. A little something up my schnoz. So, if you've ever sneezed live on air, well, that's really. There's nowhere to hide. It's like you're gonna have a cough. Can't hide in there. Just you gotta sneeze in front of everybody. Oh, man, at least you don't catch my germs. Whoa. So let's do this. Let's add to our story, man. Okay, we're gonna go live on Instagram again. Hey, welcome back, part 3. So let's put you here. Go.
This one's called Shine On.
Okay, so this is many years later. This is Peter Frampton, and this is his version of Shine On. Hey, hello. I can wave. I can hit a little wave there. Almost done. So I interviewed Peter Frampton when it was like his 35th anniversary, I think, of the song. 35 years, or 30 years. But what a nice sound he's got on that Gibson. What a nice sound, man. So there's a lot of things that you can learn these days when we're working remotely, working from home and stuff like that. Like learning a new instrument. So I told you, I'm learning to play drums now. I've taken the kit because I'm giving the orifice a bit of a clean now, you know? And I think that's why I'm sneezing, because there's a bit of dust hanging out. Looking up my nose. Okay, I'll move it. Hello. Is that better? Okay, I'll put you here like this. There you go. That's better. Okay, so who else is going to come and say hello on Instagram? Okay, the last half an hour, and then we're done skiing. Oh, stream unavailable, whatever. Oh, don't be silly. Back. Hey, cool. Hello. Welcome to the show. Hey, so there you go. If you just tuned in, you're tuned to Durban Rock Radio. Michael de Jager behind the microphone tonight, and tonight we're streaming out on YouTube as well as Instagram. And a very warm welcome to everybody on Instagram. Hello. It's very nice of you guys to come here and say hello. And to all my friends on YouTube, it's been so long, man. And we keep being suspended or unavailable, being made unavailable on YouTube for some reason, and I'm not quite sure what that is. But we're back and we're away, and then we're back and we are away, so who knows what's going on here. But the main thing is we're still on the radio, and the radio is an unstoppable force in the world, is it not? Yes, good old rock and roll radio. So you can, of course, tune in and listen to the show.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Yep, we're here, man, and we're playing some cool tunes. And if you got anything that you'd like me to play for you, then of course just give me a shout, and I'm quite happy to do what I can to satisfy what it is that you're looking to hear. And I'll be back on YouTube again, which is very nice. And so everybody's behaving. We've been good. We're doing what we can and sticking to the rules as much as we can, as often as we can. So if you are a survivor, man, I'm so glad to have you on the show, and you just joined us. Warm welcome to you. All those people that are in the music business are really struggling right now, and it's really tough times for live musicians and live performers, anybody that's involved in live shows. The sound guys, the caterers, the venues, the artists, the dancers, the singers, the writers, everybody, the record companies that rely on live music revenue. It's a massive struggle, but thank goodness we've got a bit of streaming music, which does tend to fill the gap for those of us that who rely on that kind of income. But anyway, so as we go, so we're going to support music as much as we can, and we're going to be supporting our mates in the industry who really need us right now. So there we go. Keep it live, man. Keep it live. So this one by my dear friend, Mr. Steve Lukather. I haven't heard much from Luke for a long time, and this is an album that he wrote probably 2 or 3 years ago, and a cool tune called I Can't Look Back.
I'm holding on to the dreams I had.
So there we go.
When I was young.
And the wine is dried up. But I'm allowed one glass a night. So sticking to the rules, man. Sticking to the rules. And we're back again. We're back. We're back. We're back. Hey. That's good. Thank you, YouTube. Well, we're very blessed to be able to actually do this, during the day and during the night, just to support each other. Isn't this cool? It's such a cool song, man. Alright, let's go to line up a couple of tunes for the next half an hour, and then wow, there we go. That's cool. Okay, so what can we play for you tonight that'll make your heart happy? What can that be? You can't look back.
So much to live for.
yes. I know. I've got some classics lined up for you right now. I was just looking at that. Can you believe it? I was just looking at that, Glenn. I was just looking at that title and thinking to myself, that would be a, oh no man, come on. I'm not sure what it is, but am I not allowed to talk through songs or what? I don't know. Suspended for policy violations. What policy violations? I have no clue, Mr. YouTube, what policy violations I've done. I've been doing this for the last 5 years, exactly the same thing over and over. So you never know. Oh well, never mind. We're still on the radio. Okay, here we go. Steve Lukather.
Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
One of the greatest bands on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. Taking you back, how many years? Probably about late 70s, 75, 76, somewhere around there. That's a couple of years ago. There was this band that called themselves Deep Purple. And back in those days, we used to listen to this guy called Richie Blackmore and think, this guy's amazing. He's just amazing. How on earth does he do that? Because in those days there was no internet, you know what I mean? There's no internet, there's no videos or DVDs or stuff like that, or YouTube that you could like learn from other guys or watch and see how they do their fingers, you know? There was none of that.
Are you ready?
So I think we're ready for this one now. And this is one of their very first hits, but this is the live version.
Here we go.
And the live version is absolutely amazing. Of course, one of the greatest drummers on the planet, man. So, we've got a couple of minutes. I don't know if anybody's still here because oh man. Okay, I'm gonna call it a night then. been a great night. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Back again.
This song is from a long time ago. It was originally designed to raise a bit of perspiration. Right now, I'm doing it to stop someone's drowning. It's a bunch of rock and roll numbers stuck together.
Okay, that's it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Glenn, my man, I can't see you, but hey, you can't see me either. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. God bless. Look after yourselves. It's been a pleasure. And this is Diamond Head taking us out with a cool tune called The Planet and Me. Good night. God bless. Bye.
Decided to hide behind
Okay, so good night, everybody. It's been cool, and I think once the music stopped, then the stream came back online, which is amazing. But anyway, all the best. Look after yourselves, and peace to you, brothers and sisters. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Bye.